There's backcountry out of Colorado as we get started. Take a look at CrossFit Nordic as well, the team from Stockholm, Sweden. I'm telling you, we've never had a European team on the podium at the CrossFit Games, which is crazy, but they're in position.
And they had a really great morning at North Park. They had 2 top 10 finishes, moving them up from 5th place to start the day into 3rd today. So right there in podium position in day 2 of competition, so they can ride some of that momentum.
Talked about 6'4" Army gold, plus 64 CrossFit, a 2nd and a 4th place, trying to mix things up themselves here with David Wiggin.
They came in today in 6th, moved up to 4th, so another good day. And you don't get any help on the bike from any extra rolling, so hopefully they can roll with some of that momentum.
And here is CrossFit Mayhem. Chase Hill starts on the bike. That'll leave some guy named Rich Froning in the 3rd spot in this event.
And, you know, that's the position for Rich, such a, always aware of what's going on the floor. When he was an individual, it was the same thing, peeking over his shoulder, knowing what speed he has to go. So that's who you want as your final athlete. Now, it will be a female athlete to go last, but you want him to just make the shift, make any changes.
And there are 7, now 8 different athletes on the barbell. Chase Hill has just gotten off that Echo bike for Mayhem. So Mayhem is a perfect 6 for 6 right now, but is starting from behind, just as it did yesterday here in the Coliseum when it had that dramatic come from behind victory. Chase, though, is very good at that light to moderate barbell cycling.
He's getting great extension, getting himself behind that bar before he turns it over, flashes the grip at the top to get that little breather. He's smooth right now.
He's going rep for rep with Lucas Hosey off to the right from CrossFit Canas, also in contention.
That was a set of 15 unbroken. And so it's not about who gets to the barbell first. It's about who's done with it first.
It's a set of 35 snatches here, 35 cals on the bike, then 35 snatches for the first 2 athletes. Second 2 athletes will do 25 and 10. And in lane 6, it's CrossFit Awaside that has the first athlete to finish. So the tempo set early by the team from Werribee, Victoria, Australia. Chase Hill's having some issues here. A couple of different no-reps. You can see Rich Froning communicating in the back with the judge, trying to figure out exactly what they're looking for.
It looks like he's looking behind, and it could be where the barbell is positioned. He throws his head through when he gets under, so I don't know if the barbell's just not getting back in the full extension. But the team's getting a little bit excited there behind, wondering what's going on. 2 reps.
And Chase Hill is done. So that throws Mayhem's hat into the ring and releases Andrea Nisler here for round number 2. Taylor Williamson had been the athlete paired with Chase Hill throughout much of the competition. It had been Nisler and Froning who had brought up the back half of pairs competition, but they mixed things up a little bit here.
Andrea Nisler had her time to shine last night, holding on for the final 7 thrusters here in the Coliseum.
The pressure is real for that team because everyone is chasing them. CC Pieper for Decorum CrossFit right now in first place. Going back and forth with Awaside here, 104 reps into this 280 rep event. CC Pieper is just the picture of relentless here. If you followed the West Coast Classic back in the semifinal qualification, she was the athlete that struggled out on the ruck run in the morning in 115-degree heat. Ran into some trouble with some heat exhaustion, still battled through it, came back later that day to compete strong in a deadlift event that helped the Ohio Brutes, Decorum CrossFit, qualify here to the games. If you wanted anybody in a spot to try to push mayhem in an event, it's her.
Someone that has grit, just like her. Cece's letting that bar just ride right down, letting gravity do the work there. So a lot more bend at the waist. This is the way that you cycle quickly with the barbell. As long as you maintain that, you don't start feeling it too much in her back. She has her the belt on, that's smart. Not because it's too heavy, but because you know the form is gonna bring you, you're purposefully doing that for the form to make that a little quicker.
I was just gonna say, even with a lightweight. Urban Energy currently in second place. The Australian team qualified out of the Torian Pro. Caitlin Van Zyl, an individual athlete back in 2019 here at the CrossFit Games. Team of two couples, she and her husband, and then Adam and Jaylee Mancy making up this Urban Energy team.
So here's a strategy, it's singles. Now, not the fastest way to go. She's fatigued, the echo bike smashes your legs, it just taxes your whole system. So it might feel good to pick up the barbell and not ride it back down, but it's just taking so much time to reset every single time. I'd still rather she can kind of guide it back down, use gravity.
You can see the difference in cycle speed behind the two athletes behind her as Van Zyl was going through singles. Starting to see our second male athlete be released across the board now. That was 6'4" Army gold that we saw come across. At a plus 6'4" CrossFit. Urban Energy is still your leader. Sometimes if you pull singles and you know you're in the right spot, you're not in a bad spot. Urban Energy at the top of the leaderboard right now with Decorum right behind them. Here's CrossFit Oslo, currently in third place, battling their way toward the top of the leaderboard. The Oslo Wolfpack qualifying as the winners of the German throwdown to get here.
And their final athlete doing some air squats back there just to make sure all this time standing. It's been about 8 minutes since they came onto the competition floor. It was minutes before this, so it's really easy to get caught up in watching your team move and forgetting that you haven't moved.
And Rich Froning, Andrea Nisler is done, that has released the one many would refer to as the GOAT in this sport. Rich Froning leading this Mayhem team that has 20 total career games appearances. 14 of them are on teams. The only rookie on this roster is Chase Hill. Rich Froning, first or second when he shows up to the CrossFit Games, that's it. And I think his team domination, Tanya, right now may be even better than his individual domination. The last time Mayhem did not wear the leader's jersey was in 2017. Tanya, it was 1,400 days ago.
But when Rich got on the bike, they were in 18th place. When he got off the bike, they were in 9th. Look how relaxed he is. Watch what he does with his grip. Flashes the grip, let's go with the hook grip, gets that lockout, little flash to save it, and right back down. This is lightweight. He's breathing in between reps just to manage. It's 25 here, then he'll hit 10 cows on the bike and another 10 snatches.
How is it possible that he goes 40% all of the time and it looks, I mean, like he's at 100%, but it just looks like...
You know how to stay relaxed. There's no wasted energy in his facial expressions, but still 8th place here in this event.
Andrea Nisler called him unnatural. Like nobody's supposed to move this efficiently. Rich Froning just walks over that barbell and makes his way to the bike for 10 more cows. Urban Energy, right now your leaders. The time to beat is 14:05 as the Australians release their final athlete. That's Jaylee Mancy on the bike.
When you are Jaylee and you know that your team has a chance to get 100 points, to be the first team with a first place finish, that Mayhem doesn't get points with you. There was a tie there yesterday. But that has to be motivating. That has to push you a little bit more. But you also have to keep your eyeball knowing.
And Rich is getting no reps a couple of times. He does not like this at all. Two more reps here for Rich Froning. He was none too pleased about the no reps there. But Taylor Williamson now has some work to do to try to bring up the rear here for Mayhem and continue the perfection. 6 for 6 here to start the 2021 No Bull CrossFit Games.
Oh, she even peeking around. All right, taking a look, see where she's at, but look at how composed Taylor looks right now.
Urban Energy here with Jaylee Mancy.
No time wasted there, straight to the bar, muscle snatch, a straight leg, getting that full lockout, just picking up that barbell.
The Ohio Brutes on the left, Decorum CrossFit. That's Lauren Sheehan. Their second athlete, we saw CC Pieper a little bit earlier. The time cap coming up in a little bit, 15 minutes, 14:05 is the time to beat from the first heat. You're looking at the final athlete to go for each of these teams, so the time cap will not be an issue, but the time to beat is the number to keep in the back of your mind. Synchronicity between teammates or between competition, not required, but they were going at it for a little while there.
But the form is much different, the effort's much different. Jamie over for Urban Energy, just a lot. It's taking a lot less out of her. She's able to just pick that up. Here, there's just so much more effort.
Jaylee Mancy moved past the snatches onto the bike. Her final round there. Yeah, it's a lot of back effort going into it for Lauren Sheehan. Nothing you can do but cheer if you're teammates for Urban Energy. Final few calories here on the bike here for Jaylee Mancy. Urban Energy has a 3rd place, a 4th place, and a 7th place finish already. They were in 4th place at the end of the first day of competition. Could they be the first team to take down Mayhem? Taylor Williamson just made her way to the bike, but she is well off pace here. There is a no rep for Jaylee Mancy. Urban Energy looking to be the first team to knock off Mayhem. The team from Tennessee is up to 5th place on the standings. They're not going to make their way up to 1st. This is only a set of 10 for Jaylee Mancy. And it's CrossFit Urban Energy that takes 100 points and the first team to knock off CrossFit Mayhem Freedom in 2021.
Speed and power, they all had it, they all used it. But
how about Lauren Sheehan, the Ohio Brutes out of Decorum CrossFit? What a phenomenal day they could wind up with.
But Taylor Williamson's on the bar.
Decorum does come across, so a 2nd place finish for Decorum. Taylor Williamson made up some ground.
Oh my word!
Absolutely dead in the water. Mayhem, way up front, they'll finish 3rd.
So Rich got him from 18th to 9th. Taylor gets on the bike, she takes him from 9th to 3rd.
I think that part's more impressive.
Holy smokes!
CrossFit Oslo, done in lane 15. Carrie Beamer has just left her soul out there on the floor for I Love It. Time cap is 16 minutes. I misspoke earlier, I said 15. We still have 1 minute and 15 seconds left in this event. This is the 2nd heat. as we hit the final minute. Remember, 15:19 was the number that Blueprint CrossFit put up there. They're trying to make the cut here, jump from 31st to 30th. They need some people to finish between their time and 12 laborers who was capped +9 if they'd like to make the cut. So that's the secondary race to keep in the back of your mind here at the end of Heat 2.
And it also means then, Joel, that these teams are not gaining as many points as the time moves on and there's only 30 seconds left.
They're factoring in finishes from Heat 1 right now. CrossFit Awaside trying to gain as many points as they possibly can. Holly Heine. Final 5 seconds before the 16-minute time cap. Just a couple of reps left, but the time cap hits, and very close to it was Reignited Wilmington. Rich Froning's team, maybe the most impressive performance, coming from 18th to 3rd. Although it's hard to say that when Urban Energy pulls out an event win.
An event win in a competition where you have CrossFit Mayhem is pretty much the biggest win you get.